And federal authorities say they've taken another big bite out of the mob with the indictment of 8 alleged members of the Genovese organized crime family in North Jersey. Investigators say the faction specialized in illegal sports betting and numbers running enforced by murder. The suspects, all from Bergen County, include reputed capo Streaky Gatto, 3 of his relatives, and a former policeman.
The FBI cuts back. 5 organized crime squads reduced to 1. The C5 squad now handles what 5 separate units once managed. All 5 New York families fall under a single investigative team. Federal oversight spreads thinner, and when oversight decreases, opportunity increases. Among New York's 5 families, 2 stand above the rest. The Gambino crime family is one of them, the other is the Genovese crime family. And for decades, people in the know have called the Genovese family the Ivy League of the mob. That title did not come without reason. The Genovese crime family is the oldest mafia operation New York City has ever seen. When you trace the lineage back, you get to a man named Giuseppe Morello, born in 1867. His mother remarried into the Terranova family. The stepfather was Bernardo Terranova. Half-brothers followed. One of them was Ciro Terranova. They all immigrated to the United States in the 1890s and settled in Manhattan. Morello ran a group called the 107th Street Mob, controlling Upper Manhattan. His associate Ignazio Lupo controlled Little Italy and Lower Manhattan. These men built the foundation. The 107th Street Mob would eventually become the 116th Street Crew. The Greenwich Village crew operated separately. These 2 crews were the backbone of this family from the 1890s all the way through to today. Joe Masseria took over after Morello. Masseria was killed in 1931. Charles Luciano built the 5 families from the wreckage. Luciano got indicted, deported. That made way for Frank Costello. Then Vito Genovese. Then Costello stepped aside. Benny the Squint followed. Then Vincent Gigante took over. Gigante ran the Greenwich Village crew. His front man was Fat Tony Salerno, who rose from captain of the 116th Street crew all the way to front boss. Gigante was the shadow. Salerno was the face. That dynamic defined this family for a generation. When people talk about who runs the Genovese family today, one name dominates the conversation: Liborio Barney Bellomo. People look at him and assume he is the boss. There is a reason for that assumption. He is powerful. He is respected. He was made in his early 20s, which almost never happens. His mentor was Sammy Black Santoro. Tony Salerno thought highly of his father. Before his father died, he asked Tony to take care of his son. Tony did exactly that. The man who proposed Bellomo for membership was Vinny the Fish Caffaro. Caffaro eventually became a government informant. Despite that, Bellomo's position was never threatened. When Chin Gigante chose a successor, sources say he personally selected Bellomo. That is not a small thing. But Bellomo is not the boss. He is the street front boss. The real decision maker above him is Ernest Muscarella. That is the name most people do not know. Muscarella is 82 years old. His father Raymond was a made guy in this family. Muscarella himself is a Bronx and Harlem man, old school to the core. You do not see him at parties, you do not see him at wakes, you barely see him anywhere. One person described him simply as a ghost. He grew up many of the young men now sitting in upper echelon positions in this family. He is the shadowy figure at the top. Muscarella and Bellomo together represent the traditional Genovese model, a shadow boss. A front boss. It goes back over a century with this family. The underboss of this family, according to sources, is Michael Ragusa, another complete ghost. There is only one known photo of the man. He is close to Bellomo. He was arrested in the early 2000s in a racketeering case that also caught Muscarella. Ragusa is a father. He is a make money, not headlines type of man. That phrase could be the official motto of this entire family. For consigliere, the number 3 position traditionally goes to an elder statesman in this family. Right now, that is Pasquale Perello, known as Patty. Perello owns a restaurant in the Bronx called Pasquale's Rioletto. He is well respected, he has done prison time, he was indicted in 2016 in Operation East Coast. He has seen heavy things, including the loss of his son to the streets. but Morello remains a trusted, high-ranking figure with a crew behind him. Ralphie Balsamo is worth watching, known as The Undertaker because his family is in the funeral home business in the Bronx. Balsamo just got out of prison after multiple stints. He is extremely close to Bellomo. Sources say he is a consigliere in waiting, possibly already acting in that capacity on the street. He has been groomed for this role for years. He took his punishment, he did his time. He is trusted at the highest levels. Danny Pagano is a well-respected figure. His father, Joe Pagano, was a Genovese-made man with deep ties to the music business and connections to people like Al Sharpton going back decades. Danny Pagano operates heavily in Staten Island and New Jersey. He is an elder statesman with panache and respect. He is not on the administration, but he carries weight. Two names connected to Pagano are Anthony Tony D. Palumbo and James Tenaglia. Both are quick risers. Palumbo came up under former Genovese member Angelo Prisco. He is part of the New Jersey and Staten Island orbit. These are trusted captains, trusted soldiers. Hippie Zanfino is one of the two most trusted confidants Bellomo has in this world, alongside Balsamo. Zanfino was a bit of a loose cannon coming up. He had direct beef with the Tanglewood Boys in the 90s. The person who made the sit-down with the Lucchese family on his behalf was a young Barney Bellomo. Even back then, in his 20s and 30s, Bellomo had the power to make that happen. Zanfino has done significant time for this family. He is trusted. He is respected across multiple families. He is still in his 60s, which in mob terms means there are good years ahead. Sally Larker is another name to keep an eye on. His father was a legendary figure in the streets, connected to Nicky Barnes, making enormous money. Sally Larker got into the life, did his time, and took his punishment. He runs in the same circles that his father made famous. Joey Red Diarra runs a small but functional crew in Lower Manhattan. His father, Petey Red Diarra, was a legendary figure who operated near Market and Cherry Street for decades. There is still a social club there today. Joey Red quietly maintained what his father built. The Genovese family continues making new members. Matthew Dino is one of the more recently made guys. He came up on Long Island, wrestled in college, and found his way into the gambling world. He was indicted in a high-profile poker and NBA gambling scheme. His lawyer is fighting the charges. The next court date is in March. The attention was unwanted. The money from those games was not small. Nicky Colesi operates in Upper Manhattan, the Bronx, and Florida. His father operates alongside him. They were all indicted on racketeering charges a couple of years ago alongside John Campanella and Michael Pauly. Most of them have now gotten out of prison. Colesi and his crew ran loan sharking and extortion operations. Word is that Michael Pauly may have received his button. These are the guys who do it the old-fashioned way when the big construction contracts are not available. Carl Fava is another one to watch. He is listed as a soldier, but he had serious control over the tow truck business in New York for years. He cornered that market. He threatened competitors. He fixed bids and contracts. He had a man named Michael Mazzio under him who owned a tow truck company. They called Fava the godfather of tow trucks. He reportedly belongs to a small Brooklyn crew run by Bartholomew Barry Niccolo Nilo. Nilo is nearly invisible. Very little is known about him, but the people who know. Black Dom Dianio is another newer member worth attention. He originally came up as a Colombo associate in Wild Bill Cutolo's crew. He did serious prison time. He had an issue with bringing around Chris Paciello, who later became a government informant. It did not look good for him. He resurfaced after a long stint and slotted in with the Genovese family. Multiple sources describe him as a massive earner. Sources say he is in good standing with the administration specifically because of the money he generates. That is the only currency that matters in this family right now. Not violence, not brute force. Money, brains, results. Construction is one answer. Lawrence Wecker is a major construction figure connected to this family, accused of running schemes and frauds for years. The family has historically dominated construction in New York and continues to maintain a footprint there. Loan sharking remains a constant. Multiple crews still put money on the street and collect interest. Gambling operations continue. The poker games that caught Matthew Dino were generating serious money before law enforcement stepped in. Merchant cash advance lending is another avenue, done the right way when the collection methods stay legal, done the mob way when they do not. The smarter guys in this family have moved toward legitimate business. Restaurants, funeral homes, construction companies. Legal money is harder to prosecute, legal money is harder to trace. Barney Bellomo essentially sits at a point in his career where he can collect on decades of labor without doing anything stupid. His daughter is reportedly an attorney, he goes to Florida, he keeps a low profile, he stays insulated. The Genovese crime family operates as the most sophisticated organized crime organization in New York City in 2026. Two bosses run this family, one that no one sees, one that barely anyone photographs. The underboss is a ghost. The consigliere runs a restaurant in the Bronx. The captains are earning, the soldiers are earning, the associates are earning, new members are being made, the old guard is still respected, and the FBI watches with fewer eyes than it had 5 years ago. The Genovese family did not earn the Ivy League title by being loud. They earned it by being quiet, by staying structured, by making money while everyone else made headlines. That has not changed in 2026. The family is alive, the family is smart, the family earns. And in New York City, that is all that has ever mattered. Thank you for watching Films Uncovered, where we explore the world's most puzzling secrets and untold stories. If you want more deep dives into real-life mysteries, disappearances, and unsolved cases, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to share your favorite episodes with your friends. Have a theory or a mystery you want us to cover? Let us know in the comments below. Stay curious, stay sharp, and keep your eyes on the unknown, only here on Films Uncovered.